Wichita, Kansas. In the low 90s to high 90s, depending on what time the clock was there. But Saturday we had a lot of wind, and that usually helps knock it down a little bit. Yesterday there wasn't a lot of wind, and it really felt like summer. So anyway, it is summertime. That's what the temperatures are supposed to be. We're a little hotter than normal, but that's how average temperatures are made, on those big swings from below normal to above normal, and then the average shakes out somewhere in the middle. Not a lot of news over the weekend. China's export numbers were lower than they'd hoped, showing that the demand for goods and services is slowing around the globe. Germany's industrial production greater than forecast. Germany's trade balance greater than forecast. EU's investor confidence number less than forecast. So the weaker or lower euro is really helping Germany's exports, and they're prospering for a bit from that. The United States, Obama said that a strong dollar was problematic. That caused the dollar to plunge. Then it was denied that he said that. Who knows? But again, it just shows that we are just subject to news spikes from government officials, be they self-serving or mistakes, and you never quite know what they are. But anyway, say one thing, have it denied, deny that you said it. Only in the world of politicians can they get away with that. And the reason they can get away from it is if the papers report what they don't want them to report, then they don't get access to those individuals. So that's why we get probably a more honest reporting out of the European press, the Asian press, than we do out of our own press, because they don't really need access. They can print it the way that they see it. So here we are. It's Monday morning. It's summer. My guess is we're looking at a trading range market. We have no news to drive the markets today domestically. So we've got volume is starting to move up a little bit. My guess is we're going to at least test the overnight session highs, and probably a little bit higher. So we have all these single prints right here. 11 to 15 will be sell 1. Then 19 to 23 will be sell 2. On the buy side, the last rotate down was 3.5, so this 25.04, 25 even will be buy 1. Then 29 to 25 will be buy 2. So I look for, low volume, pretty quiet session. Market's pointed higher right now. I think we can trade a little higher and test resistance at 12 to 16. It's got a good chance of holding. Okay, looking at the 30-year, Don Manning's back. I'll talk to Don today about what he wants to do with the informal bond trading group. But for those of you that are interested, it's just a good place to share ideas and become acquainted or familiar with Don's charts that are actually pretty good. It's not a formal room. But it's just a way to put people together that have a common interest, i.e. trading the bond. Okay, we got this high volume area in the 149, 24, 28 area, basically. So 21, 25, buy 1. And then we'll skip, we'll go down and we'll pick up this tail right here, 9 to 13 into the tail for buy 2. On the sell side, 7 to 11, then 19 to 23. And that's just where support and resistance are right now. Want our setups. The longer term direction of this market is lower, so we'll take our setups. Gold was very quiet when I looked at it this morning. And again, it's Monday, it is summer, and even when it's not summer, Monday morning trading can be pretty slow. And you can see right here that this volume node at 77 and that volume node at 68 is containing the market right now. So supports at 68 to 70, so that'll be buy one. And 63, 65 will be buy two. On the sell side, 75, 77. Give it a little room up there, then 80 to 82. Okay, I put an article up in the room on Greece by a pretty liberal economist, Stiglitz, and he was talking about how Greece has gotten to this situation and where the present deal put out by Germany and the EU is going to be very, very tough for Greece to meet, and the point of the article was a little bit unfair. The demands being made on Greece. Greece tried them and they didn't work. So we'll have to see how that shakes out. But this is the month that they've got to come up with a deal. And they have big payments due in June, but they also have big payments due in July and August. So if Greece is going to get through this and put it to bed, and everybody knew this was coming because of the way the original deal was negotiated, then they need to come up with a comprehensive package that gets them through June, July, and August as opposed to just through June. So that's where we are. Okay, we have the spill at 11.95. We've got a high at 81, so 75 to 85. Sell one will give us a little bit of room. We've got then basically 1200, 1210 for sell two. On the buy side, we have 17 and 29 and 41, and we're at 59 right now. So this 30 to 40 area, buy one. Then 15 to 25, buy two. And with G7 meeting today, I don't think we can have huge moves in the currencies, but it will be subject to news spikes. And we can't get around that. Looking at crude oil at 2, didn't get a lot of action over the weekend. So we have a seller at 59. And we've got a buyer below 57.50, and we're at 58.55 right now. So 75 to 59 is sell one. It's where resistance is. It's pretty aggressive. Then we have this rotate up that stopped at 50. 25 to 50 for sell two. See that point right there. On the buy side, it is pointed lower. We've got the close from Friday, so 58 even, 58 and a quarter, buy one. Then 57.50 plus or minus, buy two. Didn't see that anything had changed. OPEC met last week and they said their production quotas will stay the same. No change there. Target American shale oil producers. And then didn't see that much had changed in the Middle East. Yemen, Saudi Arabia, at the end of last week, they shot down a Scud missile. It was fired from Yemen at Saudi Arabia, but didn't see any news that anything had changed. And Saudi Arabia is going to be extremely reluctant to put invasion forces into Yemen. I mean, it's just half the population will be against you. They all will be able to blend and hide themselves in the general population. It's a tough deal. No one wants to do it unless they absolutely have to do it. Okay, the E-mini. Let's go take a look at the F1 screen. Okay, we are pointed lower, and we've got this 80 area, 80, 82. Then if we get through that, then you got 75, and then we're all the way down here into the 60 area. So 60 plus or minus, 75 plus or minus, 80, 82 is where support is. May have a new move out of the middle right here, but when you see this, like when you get this week close going into the close at 98, you're buying 75 puts. That's 25 points away, and that's the way that you can expand your trading horizons and go for bigger plays and make sure that, you know, if a big move is underway, you can participate in it and it doesn't mess up your day trading either. So 85, 87 is going to be our first support, but really the best support's at 80 to 82, followed 75 just because it's a round number, than our 60 area. So we have a London high at 93. We have volume from Friday at 93.50. Last rotate up in period 94.50. Last rotate up in K period 95. So this 93 to 95 is pretty good resistance. So getting stops above the overnight session high, S1 94.96, then 99.2101. On the buy side, support is getting stops beneath the overnight session low. So buy one will be 80.85, but the better buy is going to be at 80 to 82 because of that structural support. And you can see this low volume number right down here at 80. Starting out, we have a P in the overnight session. There is some buying, but you can see that volume is moving lower, and when we looked at the F1 screen, it's printed lower. So we'll start out preferring the sell side to retest the overnight session low in this two-letter ledge right here at 86.87. Take at least 20 minutes